With his forces, Mordred the Warlock besieged Camelot. During the invasion, Uther Pendragon, the king of the Britons, sneaks into Mordred's stronghold and, with the aid of a special sword that Merlin crafted, beheads him, saving Camelot. Coveting the throne, Uther's brother Vortigern plans a coup and offers his wife Elsa to sirens in exchange for becoming a demon knight. After vanquishing Uther and killing his wife Igraine, Arthur, Uther's son, escapes by sea and lands in Londinium. After being taken in by prostitutes, he develops into a cunning and hardened street crime lord. But he can't escape the nightmares of the night his parents died, the night he never saw who attacked them. Vortigern, who brutally dominates Britain, invests money in erecting a tower next to the castle. He sends all the men in the city to remove the sword that is hidden in a stone when the water surrounding the castle recedes. With the prostitute's assistance, Arthur manages to avoid capture, but he is ultimately apprehended. When he takes off the sword at the stone, the strength of it overwhelms him, causing him to pass out. Before arranging for Arthur's execution, Vortigern tells him about his ancestry and the meaning of the sword while he is in captivity. Sir Bedivere, Uther's erstwhile general, is approached by a mage posing as an apprentice of Merlin. The mage diverts attention from Arthur's intended death so that Bedivere's men might save him. When brought to Bedivere's lair, Arthur initially declines to assist them since he does not think he is king. The mage convinces Bedivere to lead Arthur to a place known as the Darklands, where he witnesses a vision of his mother's murder by the demon knight, who turns out to be Vortigern. Additionally, he sees his father give his life to save Arthur and entune the sword in a stone fashioned from his own body, which confirms to him that he is the legitimate king. Arthur finds out that Vortigern, who was envious of Uther's success and desired the throne for himself, was the one who convinced Mordred to assault Camelot. To strengthen his own magical abilities, he constructs the tower. After gradually weakening Vortigern's army, Arthur and the rebels organize an assassination attempt. A skirmish breaks out as Vortigern escapes the assassination attempt. Arthur makes off with Blue, his friend's son, but not before a number of his men are slain and one is taken prisoner. Arthur, fed up with the state of affairs, tries to cast the sword into a lake, but the Lady of the Lake saves it and gives him a glimpse of what is ahead for England under Vortigern's reign. Arthur reconciles with Bedivere after accepting his responsibilities, and they head back to their hiding place. But the mage in blue had been taken prisoner, and all the other rebels had been executed, since their captured man had confessed its position while being tortured. Arthur receives instructions from a Vortigern envoy to turn himself in at the castle on that day. Bedivere shows that Arthur is helpless without the sword when he gives it to Vortigern at the castle in return for the mage. In return for Blue, Arthur vows to turn himself in the next day. The magician gives him a special snake venom injection before they ride to the castle, shielding him from a surprise attack she has planned. Arthur is saved from Vortigern's attack on the castle by a gigantic serpent that the mage controls. Vortigern is shielded from the enormous serpent, nevertheless, by the blood of a snake that attempts to bite him. Regaining possession of his sword, Arthur follows Vortigern into the tower as Bedivere's rebels launch their attack. Vortigern is approached by Arthur after sacrificing his daughter to become the Demon Knight once more and realizing he needs the Moat Hag's assistance once more. Following a bloody battle, Arthur sees his father giving him the Excalibur sword, which gives him the advantage against Vortigern. Arthur comforts him as he passes away and then leaves his body behind. The rebels triumph and rejoice in the aftermath. Following his restoration to his rightful throne, Arthur knights his allies and starts building his round table.